Okay, it's been a while since I've done one of these. I think a little under a year since I last filmed one. It is currently the, I think, 14th of April. Last 3 times I've done this before, the weather's actually not been half bad, so if anything I'd say it's been pretty good. Today, when I left the house, it was absolutely pissing it down. Also, doesn't exactly help that I left my jacket on the bus in Broughty Ferry on Saturday. So, yeah, I had to come out in just a hoodie, so that's fun. But yes, I'm currently on the railway bridge at Brunstane station, and I'm just going to be doing a, quick overview of the station and that, just because it's a station that I actually come to fairly frequently, despite the fact that I think I've only taken a train to or from here about twice in my life. So, anywho, let's get into it. What I should say before we actually properly get into this video is I forgot to take my tripod with me, despite the fact that I was already planning to film this video. So what I'm having to do is I'm having to either rest my camera on the platform, or I'm having to find practically anywhere that I can actually mount it so that it's actually, you know, like face to face with me, if that makes sense. So yeah, expect a lot of shots where I'm positioned like this, because clearly this is the optimum posture for anyone to be partaking in. Jesus Christ, since when was I incapable of speaking English? Brunstane Station was opened on 3rd of June 2002 as part of the Edinburgh Crossrail project. Services ran using Class 158 every 30 minutes from the next station on New Craig Hall to Edinburgh Waverley via here, and then along to either the North Clyde line every hour or onto the Fife Circle line every hour. Okay, so I've just done a little bit more digging, and all I've done is just make myself more confused, as on Wikipedia it says that trains ran alternately from New Craig Hall to either Bathgate, which is on the North Clyde line, or to Dunblane, which isn't attached to the Fife Circle line. So if it were to do the Fife Circle line, but also go to Dunblane, that'd mean it'd have to go up to Ladybank and then up through Perth and then down to Dunblane, which I doubt it will have done. Edinburgh Crossrail was a thing until approximately 2015, when the Borders Railway opened with line from Edinburgh Waverley via both Brunstane and New Craig Hall, and then extending past Miller Hill train yard down to the new Shaw Fair, Estbank, Newton Grange, Gorebridge, Stow, Galashiels, and Tweedbank train stations. Thankfully for residents, that didn't mean that there was a frequency increase or decrease for trains into Edinburgh from the station and from New Craig Hall, but it provided further train links down into Midlothian and the Scottish borders. The primarily rolling stock for the Borders line is ScotRail Class 170s. However, on Sundays, you do sometimes get to see... Oh, sweet Jesus, what the hell is that? As for station facilities, there's awfully not a lot to this station. Notable features about it are, if I turn my camera, 6 bicycle racks, both step and step-free access, which is pretty cool. Not 1, but 2 whole smart card validators. A glass waiting shelter that houses 1 card ticket machine. I find it weird that they have headphone jacks, but they don't have cash slots. A grand total of 8 blue seats that are very uncomfortable and have holes in them because your bum doesn't deserve to be comfortable. A dot matrix, help point, and most importantly, without a doubt, an accurate representation of myself. Now, I've showed 2 of the 3 entry points you can use to get onto the station, both of which are stepped and step-free access onto Gilbertson. However, there is a 3rd entrance over the railway bridge, which leads into the car park for the range, which can also be used as a car park for Brunstane Station, so it's sort of like a park and ride thing. Though if you want a park and ride along the Borders line, I'd say you're probably better off going to New Craig Hall Park and Ride. Once you are across the railway bridge, if you just head down the right, there is a pathway crossing over the car park, which then goes under an underpass under the A1 for Milton Link, which you can then use to get cut through easily to either the dual ASDA or to get bus links into more local areas of the city, such as Niddry, Greendykes, Prestonfield, and if you don't want to take the train into Edinburgh, then bus to the city centre, such as like the 4 or the 2 or whatever. Now, as you've probably managed to notice through the recording of this video, there's only one platform at this station which sees services in both directions to both Galashiels and Tweedbank and Edinburgh Waverley. However, there's 2 sets of tracks. The ones next to the platform are obviously part of the Borders line. However, the other set, on the farther side, is part of the Edinburgh South and Suburban Railway, which is primarily a freight line used to link the east and west of Edinburgh by train, so the freight rail or non-passenger rail doesn't have to cut through the Waverley and Haymarket corridor, as that is a highly busy corridor, what with Waverley and Haymarket already being pretty overcrowded as is with rail services. Now, if you are into train spotting like I kinda am, I wouldn't actually recommend Brunstane station if you want to get both freight traffic and passenger traffic. Instead, if you want to get like 170s and that alongside freight traffic, I would advise hopping a bit down the road, either a 1-minute train ride or like a 15-minute walk, down to New Craig Hall station, as this stretch here, which is attached to Niddry North Junction, is only used by about 2 or 3 freight services a day, which are all spaced out by approximately 4 hours. So I would advise going up to New Craig Hall, as you get a lot more freight traffic there. Though I would say best times to do it are probably either like 8 o'clock Monday through Friday or around 9:30 on Sunday. I also forgot to mention, but at certain times of the day you can see ScotRail Class 385s heading past the station between Edinburgh Waverley and Miller Hill EMU depot. Anyways, I was gonna hop on this train into Waverley. However, I still got quite a lot of footage I still need to get, so yep, guess I'm getting the bus in. Oh well, it's only like half an hour tops. But if you have enjoyed this video, I would advise liking and subscribing and stuff. As you can tell, I'm not great with this whole YouTubing thing of convincing people to like and subscribe. If you thought this video was cool, you can do that, I guess. But until next time, I'm just gonna play like a clip of a 170 heading southbound whilst some videos pop up on the screen or whatever. So till next time, take care of yourselves, folks.